welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Deja, and today I'm going to be showing you how to customize a mug using the Cricut mug press. Before we get into all of that, please show some support by liking this video and subscribing, and even leave a comment if you like what you see, or if you want to see something else. Tell me what you'd like to see me make, and I can create that for you, or I can try my best. So like I said, today I'm going to be showing you how to customize a mug using the mug press from Cricut. Here's the finished product. I am a new mom, so I wanted to make a mom mug. Cliche, I don't care. I think it came out really cute and it's super simple. So I'm going to show you how you can make this, or just make something like this. You can use the technique to really make any mug that you like. It's a simple process. It does take a little bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes pretty easy. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Okay, so for this project, you'll need your mug, you'll need your Cricut Infusible ink transfer sheet, and last but not least, you will need your Cricut mug press. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into Cricut Design Space and start working on my design. I like to use the mug design setup with all of my mugs. I just pick the size and the type of border I want, and then it will populate onto my screen, into my canvas. And I like to use this because it's easy to kind of place the design this way, and also make sure you have the right sizing for your mug. Anyway, I typed in mom into the images part of Cricut Design Space. I didn't really like any of these designs, so I went back and I typed in mama to see what else they had, and I actually liked a few different designs that I found here. So I'm just clicking the little plus symbol and adding them onto my canvas. It will automatically pop up there, and when you're ready to go back onto your canvas, you just click images again and it will take you back to the canvas. So I'm just checking to see if there's anything else I like, and I didn't find anything else I like, so I'm just gonna go back into my canvas now. So once I do that, it's going to pop up onto my screen, and I just resize them and start playing around with how they might look on the mug. And I, like these designs, but I didn't really like how it looked on the mug. I ended up going with the more like groovy retro vibe. I thought this was a little bit simpler, and I kind of just like it. So I duplicated the design, and I am going to hide the mug press setup, and I'm going to highlight these two designs and align them horizontally so that they're kind of on the same level. Then I'm going to go ahead and combine this into one design, so it's not two different things, using the combine tool. And you can attach or you can weld. You don't really need to do both. I don't know why I did both. Anyway, so I made this visible again, but now I'm going to take away the darker part and attach the design to the mug wrap. So I highlight both of those and click attach. This is important because you want to make sure that your design and the mug wrap stay intact when you go to cut your design. If you don't do this, then it'll try to put the design and the mug wrap on two different mats. That's not how you want to go about this. You also want to make sure that you click mirror on. Very, very important step when you're working with Cricut Infusible ink transfer sheets. So now we're going to go ahead and set up our design to be cut on the Cricut. Once it connects, you're going to go ahead and choose your materials, which is Cricut Infusible ink transfer sheets, and then you will set your pressure. I usually use less pressure just because my blades are pretty sharp, or my blade is pretty sharp. And then you're going to go ahead and follow the instructions there. So as for setup on the actual mat, I'm taking my Cricut Infusible ink transfer sheets and removing it from the packaging. It comes with 2 sheets in there, which is nice. We only need 1 for this project, so I'm going to put the other one away, and I'm going to lay this one down, shiny side on the mat, okay? Shiny side on the mat. I'm taking my brayer tool and flattening it onto my mat, and now I'm going to bring out my Cricut and feed my mat into the Cricut. Clicking that blinking light, it will measure your mat and make sure that you have the correct mat for this project, and then you can click the little play button to start cutting your design. Cricut does an amazing job at cutting your design out. When it's all done, now time for you to weed your design. So I like to flip my mat over and remove the full sheet from the mat. I find it easier to do it this way. Sometimes you can do it the other way, but now I'm taking off the excess material that we don't need. I'm going to, throw that out. Now, when you're working with the Infusible ink transfer sheets, you don't typically use the weeding tool. You want to just peel the excess paper off very carefully. You can start from whatever side makes sense to you. I started on one side and realized that was not the best place to start, so I flipped it to the other side, and I am carefully pulling the excess or the negative space off of the sticky paper. You want to make sure you do this carefully because you can rip your design, or it can also just like come off of the sticky paper, and that kind of makes things a little tougher. So now I'm getting the smaller little bits. While I was peeling this off, I did notice that my Cricut did not cut all the way through on some parts, and it was a little hard to remove some of the excess paper, and that's because my needle or my blade had gotten a little bit dull. So that's a good sign. If you notice that your Cricut is not, cutting as precise, you might need to change your blade or sharpen it. And here I'm just using my weeding tool to get some of the excess paper off. I recommend, if you ever need to do this, do it very, very carefully. You are really not supposed to use a weeding tool when it comes to Infusible ink transfer sheets because you can scratch the paper and it might ruin your design. So I'm just doing this super carefully so that I don't mess up my design. So now I'm ready to apply the mug wrap to my actual mug. So I'm just doing some mug prep. You want to remove any lint or dust or anything from the mug. I use a lint roller. And then I take my mug wrap and I apply it sticky side down to the mug. You want to make sure you kind of like hold it tight and tightly wrap it so that there's no like air bubbles or anything like that, and your mug is ready to go into the press. So once you turn your press on and let it heat up, it will be green. That button will be green, and you can just insert your mug into the press and close it, and it will start heating your mug. Once all those lights, it's about 5 lights, once they're all lit and it'll flash and it'll make a noise, that's how you know that your mug is ready. So you remove it from the press and be so careful, y'all. Like literally be so careful because this mug is going to be hot, okay? It's gonna be really hot, so you want to let it cool down. I'm gonna be honest though, I'm not super patient, so I don't usually let it cool down very much. So I'm using the tweezers to remove the plastic and see if any of the paper comes off. I try to be careful and not, mess up my design by, using the tweezers on the actual paper. But usually once it cools down, the paper will fall off on its own. You do not have to do it like this. You really could just wait for it to fully cool down. But the extra paper or the paper fell off and my design was ready. And there it is. There's my mug. And it was super, easy process. And it came out really great.
All right, so I hope that this tutorial was helpful for you. I hope that you're able to use this tutorial to break down the process and make your own mug, whether it be a mama mug or an auntie mug, an uncle mug, a daddy mug, whatever it is. I hope that this tutorial helps you do it. And please remember to subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading more videos like this to show you different DIY projects and how to do them. As you see, I am the DIY diva, so please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see more of, and happy crafting!